Today's video is one that I have actually been planning in a way all year long, or for quite a while. Over the past year, I had this little box right now, this little bin of things that I have purchased over the last year that I've really loved, I really enjoyed. These are some of my new favorite things, and I wanted to share them with you today. And I think it's a really opportune moment to be doing this because a certain holiday season is coming upon us. Maybe you want to add to a wish list. Maybe you have a fiber-loving friend or family member in your life and you wanted to get them a little something. So maybe this will inspire some gift ideas for you. Some of the things I have to share with you are going to be great whether you're a knitter or crocheter. Some of this is going to be relevant to my new fiber craft that I am picking up, which is hand spinning. And you know, I think there's just a little bit of something for everybody who is into making pretty things with pretty string. So hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and learn about some of my new favorite things. A lot of times when I do these sorts of videos, I do them as a countdown. I'm not going to do that today because everything I'm going to share I really love for various reasons, and I can't pick a favorite. So they're all equally #1 in my heart. But as we get into it, quick reminder that some of these things, I will have links to them down in the description box. Some of these will have clearly marked affiliate links. So if you end up clicking on that link, making a purchase, I earn a small commission, and that really does help support my channel. And so if you utilize one of my affiliate links, thank you so much. I'm gonna come into my bag. What am I going to talk about first? You know what? I'm gonna start with the first thing actually that I bought this year. That's my new favorite thing, which is these knitting needles. I love knitting needles. I do love knitting needles, but these are very exciting knitting needles to me. Knit Picks has had a line of branded knitting needles for quite a long time, and this year they introduced a new needle into their lineup. These are the Reflections needles. Now, at first sight, they may look just like another metal needles. The Knit Picks already has the options. These are a little different. These knitting needles are stainless steel tips with a stainless steel nylon coated core. And if you go, wait a minute, isn't that a Chiagu needle? Yes, it is. That's right. Knit Picks has introduced their own lower price point version of what is a Chiagu needle. Editing Carrie here. I need to own my mistake here. I have been mispronouncing this brand of needles for a long time as Chiagu, but I guess it's actually pronounced Chiagu. So yeah, throughout the rest of this video, I am going to be mispronouncing this, but moving forward, I will hopefully be getting the pronunciation right as Chiagu. If you don't know, Chiagu has long been known for having this stainless steel memory-free cable, and it doesn't kink up. It works really great. It's super, super flexible. In the last couple of years, Knitter's Pride came out with their own stainless steel cable. I did actually buy one of those to try out with my Knitter's Pride interchangeable needle set. Unfortunately, the results were not fantastic. In fact, I have a quick 1-minute review about them that I will link up here and down below if you want to check that out. I purchased two 16-inch knitting needles and I used them for this project. These are my March Flowers fingerless gloves by Bullock Ozcan Design, and I gotta say, they worked fabulously. They really did. I found these to be just as flexible as my Chiagu needles. The points on this knitting needle was nice and sharp, just the way I like it. I think the quality of them is really good. Are they quite to the same quality as my Chiagu fixed circular needle? I'm not sure about that, because I will say, like right here at the join, I do feel like a little bit of maybe something right there. stitches went over this really nicely, but I did feel like just a little bit of roughness right there at the joint. Whereas with my Chiagu fixed circular needle, I don't have any roughness whatsoever. So, you know, it's a lower price point. It's probably not going to be quite at the same level as the Chiagu, but if you're looking for a more economical, interchangeable set that has this type of stainless steel cable that works really nicely, you might want to check out the Knit Picks Reflections. So one of my very earliest videos was actually showing you what was in my Notions bag. I will link that video up here and down below, which is what you do on the YouTubes. And for a very long time, I had used a clear plastic pouch that actually had come with my daughter's diaper bag when she was like a baby. And that had been my Notions bag for a very long time. However, I was starting to get beat up. There were some tears around things. It was kind of time for a new Notions bag, and I have found what I think is my perfect solution to a Notions bag, which is to get a nice fancy pencil case. Yes. And the reason I decided to go this route with a Notions bag is because I really do hate using just a pouch and digging through the bag. It's just like, it's annoying, right? So what I love about this is it's double-sided, and I open up the zipper and I can open it up and it's all nice and flat, and my tools are all just really easily seen and accessible. Like, I've got my tapestry needles right here. This flap opens up and I've got this nice open spot where I've got like crochet hooks, repair hooks, my embroidery scissors. I've got my little stitch marker tins because I got 2 of them. I've got this little zipper pouch for some of my small little doodaddy things that maybe I don't use as often, right? And everything fits really nicely and it's nice and organized. And then on the other side is another zippered area. On this side, it's just the things that I use but maybe don't use as often. So yeah, I really love having this new Notions bag and just using this kind of flat pencil pouch. One thing about this brand I didn't like is there's this little bit of Velcro here to keep this flap. And I don't know, the way it's sewn in to me is just it's a little cheap, it's a little janky. But for what I need it for and holding all of my Notions, I love it. I love the little handle on it. It's so nice for it to go around when it's time for me to travel this holiday season to go see family over on the East Coast. I already know that this is gonna pack up great in my carry-on bag. So yeah, loving this, so glad I got it. Highly recommend going with a pencil case like this. What else is in my little favorites box right now? Let's go ahead and just talk about these because they're right there. They're kind of big and right there. These are my new sock rulers. For my sock knitting lovers out there, this I think is really an indispensable tool, and I kind of sit there and go, why did I wait so long to get these? So sock rulers are really great for measuring the length of your sock as you're going without having to put it on your actual foot. I've got this finished sock here, but we'll just pretend that it's in progress. And I could just take my sock ruler and shove it down. If I'm working toe up, put it right at the toe, right? And then measure where I'm at. And the nice thing with this sock ruler and a lot of sock rulers that you find is it will give you measurements in inches, centimeters. It also has shoe sizes for US men and women and European shoe sizes as well. So if you are making a sock for a friend and you're not telling them about it and you don't know their exact foot measurement, but you know their shoe size, a sock ruler like this is going to help you know how long to knit the foot of the sock. If you're working a cuff down sock, you can also use it to measure the length of the leg before you get to the heel, and you just, again, you end up inserting it into the sock and you just to the point where you have knitted, and you can see how long you are and how long until you need to start knitting your heel. The one that I have here is from Patrinkles, which is a small business here in the United States, although they do sell internationally through their Etsy store. They laser cut the measurements onto the wood, and it gives you nice little directions here about remembering to keep 10% ease and things like that, which is really nice. When I purchased this, I went ahead and I got the package deal of an adult and a kid's sock ruler. It was more cost effective to go ahead and buy them together. But yeah, really, really enjoying having these sock rulers. And if you are looking for a stocking stuffer for the sock making friend or family member in your life, this is a great gift for them. Speaking of Katrinkles, there is something else that I purchased from them when I got my sock rulers that I am loving, and that, whoops, fell in the box. This is their winding stick. It's like a flat Nostipin if you have a Nostipin, but the reason that I love this is it fits so nicely into my Notions bag. So, and it gives you directions on how to wind the central pole ball right on the stick itself. There's a little notch here at the top that you put your yarn into to get started. And yeah, this has been great. I especially love this stick if I'm having to frog back a lot of rows of work and I want to keep my yarn organized and keep it from a dangly tangly. Keep it from a dangly tangly mess. I really love this because I just pull this out, and as I frog, I wind a little satellite ball of yarn next to my main ball of yarn, and it's great. It's been absolutely fantastic for this. Could I live without this? Yes, I could. But do I want to now that I have one? Not really. An early video that I made on my channel was me trying to drop spin for the first time. And, you know, it didn't go fantastically because it was my first time doing it. And, you know, you have to be bad at something before you can be mediocre at it, right? But I wasn't getting a hang of it, and I sort of put it away. This year, one of my YouTube friends, Amanda, made it. She did a tour de fleece, and I was watching her each day do her tour de fleece, and I was having such FOMO. I was experiencing heavy FOMO. And so I went out and I found a used spinning wheel. Her name is Jane. I love her, but I started learning to hand spin. In the process of learning to hand spin, I needed to get a nitty knotty. When I got the nitty knotty, it happened to come with a free drop spindle. And then I felt like, okay, fine, now there's a free drop spindle. So I might as well try drop spinning again. And something clicked in my brain. And I finally am knowing how to drop spin. I'm not great at it, but I can do it. Recently, I purchased this set of drop spindles. These are traditional Peruvian drop spindles, and I just love drop spinning on these. These are handmade by artisans in the Andean region, and I purchased them through the website Abby's Yarn, which is run by one of the great spinning teachers and fiber teachers of our generation, Abby Frankmont. She literally wrote the book on drop spinning. Literally wrote the book. These are what are called pushkas, and these are the spindles that are used to make singles. And then there is this drop spindle that I haven't had a chance to use yet. This is the Conti, which is used for plying. And when you purchase these and they arrive, they come in two pieces. This is the whirl, and this is the spindle stick, obviously. And you just take the whirl and you put it down on here. It fits just like that. So, and I've absolutely loved spinning on this spindle. It's so light, it's so forgiving. Even if there's a wobble that happens because of my own poor spinning technique, it still keeps on spinning. You can see how fine of a yarn that I was able to spin. This is Polworth, by the way. You can see how fine of a yarn I was able to spin on this spindle. And this is about 2 ounces of fiber. So yeah, really loving these spindles. The other great thing about purchasing these spindles that I love is that it helps support what Abby Frankmont is doing in Peru and teaching and continuing the knowledge of traditional drop spinning and Andean weaving and really keeping this tradition alive. But it also helps support this community of artisans who make these spindles and the community of artisans from the Andes who are using these yarns, making these yarns, creating these Andean weavings. So it's just one of those things where you can make this purchase and there's a lot of good that happens and comes from it. And we don't always get to do that. Not every purchase that we get to make is an ethical purchase, and this is an ethical purchase. All that being said, I will say these drop spindles are a little pricier. These are handmade in Peru. These are helping support people's lives, and they have to be obviously imported into the United States. So there's, you know, additional costs with that. With this, the shipping is $20. No matter what you buy, it's $20 shipping, which is a little higher. I mean, there's some things where if you bought just the item, you'd end up spending more on shipping, which is why I will say, like, it makes sense if you're going to purchase one of these types of spindles from Abby's Yarn to go ahead and get like more than one. Or one of the more expensive spindles, because, you know, you're gonna pay the $20 in shipping regardless. Like, get your 20 bucks out of it. And you're getting like a fantastic product. Like, this spindle is just beautiful to spin on. I'm just loving these tools. So there it is. There are some of my new favorite things that I have added to my making life this past year. I'd love to hear from you, or if there's anything in here that you have tried yourself and you're like, yes, I love it. Or no, I don't. That's okay. We don't have to agree on things. This is all a matter of personal preference. Is there anything in here that you really want to try, you know, or anything you want to let me know? Do you like this type of video? Would you like to see me do more kind of favorites video? Please let me know down in the comments below. Again, also down below in the description box, there will be links to all of these things that you can purchase. Some of these will have clearly marked affiliate links. And again, if you utilize one of my affiliate links to do some shopping, I might earn a small commission, which does help support my channel. And it helps me buy things to try out and tell you if I love them or not. So yeah, please, if you utilize one of my affiliate links, or you leave me a super thanks or buy me a coffee, any tips or commissions that I get through this YouTube channel, I'll get reinvested back into the channel. And thank you so much if you utilize any of these means of support. Of course, the most important means of support that you can give me is free, and that is to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Clicking on the notification bell will let you know whenever I upload a new video or start a live stream. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful day, evening, weekend, weeknight, whenever you may be watching this. And as always, happy health and happy making. Bye! Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carrie, and this is where I usually talk. Oh, I don't do that anymore. Why am I going into it? I don't do it anymore. So this sock, so what is a sock ruler? A sock ruler is a ruler that you use to measure your sock. But yes, I wanted to share with you some of my, but yeah, so hopefully you'll,